It's no secret that our 20s and 30s might be some of the most interesting and probably challenging years of our life, filled with so many changes and so many things happening. You're probably getting your first job or starting a family, thinking about getting married or starting your own business. All of these things and all of these changes require a lot of trust in God. And so today, I want to share with you two simple biblical principles that will help you to trust more in God in your 20s and 30s and beyond. Hello friends, my name is Hugo and I make music and videos to inspire people to get closer to Jesus. So if you're into that, consider subscribing and becoming a part of a family. The first principle is trust in God more than you trust yourself. And it comes straight from Proverbs 3:5-6 that goes like this. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him and he will make your paths straight. What I love about this verse is the emphasis in leaning not on our own understanding. And I think this is a very interesting and sometimes challenging thing to do, considering the fact that we tend to lean so much on our past experiences, what we know, the things that we're talented or good at, the things that we've learned over time. But what the Lord is asking us to do is to put those things aside and to trust him completely. He wants complete obedience. And for us to trust the Lord, we have to lean less on our own understanding and trust more in the fact that he can make our path straight because he knows infinitely more than any of us. In other words, if the Lord has given you a specific promise or dream, if he's given you a specific task to do for this time, you and I, we would be wise to do that thing and not lean not so much on if it's going to work or not, but to rather focus on obedience and trust that he will guide our path. The second principle I want to share with you is to trust God enough that you take an action. I don't know if you can relate to this, but sometimes I'll say that I trust God in an area, but my actions don't really show it. In other words, I procrastinate, I stand still, I pretty much do nothing, and this doesn't really show trusting in God. When we trust in God, our faith and our words, they move into action. And this is obviously not to be misinterpreted with busyness or trying to do stuff all the time, because God might be actually asking you to just stand still and to wait. And this is something to be done actively and intentionally. But I feel like a lot of times, at least in my life, I can fall into the trap of saying that I trust God, but my actions don't really show it. And so to bring this point home, I want to give you two examples. So the first one is, if you're trusting God to bring godly friends to your life, one of the best things that you could do that are actionable steps is getting ready to go to church, actually going to church, signing up for a community group, talking to some people that you maybe haven't talked to before. These are actionable things that we can do as we trust in God to bring new friends to our life, godly friends. Another example would be if you're trying to build your own business and you're trusting God to help you doing that. Actionable steps are coming up with a business plan, buying a domain for your website, creating a budget, talking to an accountant, or registering your own business or LLC. I hope these examples kind of give you an idea of what I'm trying to say. It's all about moving our faith, our words into action, because I believe that as we take steps, the Lord rejoices in that and he actually helps us and he guides us to the place we should go, to the task that we should be doing. Before I go, I want to share with you a final thing, and it's a digital resource that I have created to accompany this video, and it is a free downloadable PDF. You can download it and print it, or just go ahead and put it in your iPad and use it right there. I hope you find it helpful. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.